Hey family, I got a question for you. Does your home truly reflect who you are? If we walk together from room to room in your home, would I truly get a sense of who you are, or does your home tell the story of the previous homeowners? Has your home been personalized to meet your specific functional needs as well as your mental and emotional wellness needs? If you're living in a space that contradicts your essence, those contradictions will weigh on your psyche and drain you of energy. But if overall your home speaks authentically to the essence of who you are, then your home will enhance your overall well-being. I host a segment on Danielle Inspires called Authentic Spaces to help homeowners and renters like you transform their ecosystems into life-enhancing spaces that energize their body, minds, and emotions. If you want your home to truly serve your life's purpose and well-being, continue watching part 3 of Authentic Spaces on this week's Danielle Inspires. Your home will either have a positive flow of energy or a negative flow of energy. A positive flow of energy replenishes your power levels, while a negative flow of energy depletes your power. And when I say levels, I'm referring to specific power levels, which are physical, mental, and emotional. If the flow of energy is positive in your home and around your home, then your ecosystem will energize you, and that is the goal of creating authentic spaces. I'm in the process of renovating and redesigning my home. That's why we're in the kitchen today, so that it is a true representation of my values and disposition. Our homes, including the outdoor spaces and indoor spaces, make up our ecosystem. Listen to National Geographic's definition of ecosystem. An ecosystem is a geographic area where plants, animals, and other organisms, as well as weather and landscape, work together to form a bubble of life. I like that phrase, bubble of life. Your home is a bubble of life, and it should be designed to enhance your life in a variety of ways. When I lived in Levittown, Pennsylvania, my home environment had a negative flow of energy that drained the life out of me. The previous homeowners were landscapers, and they planted their inventory like randomly all around the property, not for beauty, but for storage. Over time, I uprooted most of the landscaping, but the random placement of plants and bushes annoyed me to no end. The yard was just too much to maintain, so was the interior of the home, which was a 5-bedroom home. I was raised in a big house and had a big yard, so that's what I wanted for my first home. However, I wasn't truly in tune with my true housing wants and needs. When we moved to West Virginia, I felt like home ownership was just too distressing, and I was fine with renting, which we did for several years until I purchased this townhome. Sometimes you have to struggle with what you don't want before you come to terms with what you truly want. In other words, it's okay to have seasons when you don't know what you want. Often our true heart's desires are 7 layers deep, and digging up those layers often reveals what we don't want before we come to terms with what we really want and need to improve our well-being. Creating authentic spaces isn't a mainstream interior design priority, primarily because it takes time to help homeowners connect with their own inner beauty. For me, great interior design is about outwardly manifesting your inner beauty in your ecosystem. Color schemes, lighting, flooring, texture, landscaping, and furnishings are tools I use to lend voice and form to the beauty inside of a person. God is my inspiration for my design techniques. When you look at the beauty of nature, you are witnessing God's landscaping vision and handiwork, and you are also seeing the beauty in the master craftsman himself. The textures, colors, lighting, smells, and sounds in nature tell the story of God's disposition and values. When you're in spaces that God created, they all tell His story. They all represent His power and majesty. In some way, we are all attempting to follow His lead when designing our spaces. But we often fall short in focusing on the tools instead of focusing on the person those tools were meant to serve. So if you feel intimidated about color schemes, flooring choices, the right lighting for your space, start by mentally and emotionally connecting with your own inner beauty. And then use interior design as a way to celebrate and amplify the glorious life force inside of you. Of course, function is always very important to design because your home should enhance your lifestyle and set you up for success. My home in Pennsylvania was too big and way too demanding. I served it. It did not serve me. That home took up a lot of my physical time and mental space. But I love where I am now, except for the winters, which is why I'm moving to Florida this year. Yay! So even though I love my home, not every room reflects who I am right now, but I'm working on that. And as I reimagine my ecosystem, I hope what I'm doing will inspire you to get busy manifesting your beauty as well. This week, we're going to spend some time in my kitchen. My first project in my kitchen was the German smeared walls, which look amazing and real, though I started with faux brick walls from Lowe's. Next, I tiled the backsplash on either side of the kitchen. The tiles brought a bit of luxury and style into the space, while the German smeared walls provide architectural interest. The very next project that you haven't seen yet was the liquid stainless steel adventure. I used liquid stainless steel on my dishwasher to make it look like stainless steel. Let me give you a little more details about that process and why I decided to paint the dishwasher instead of buying another one. My dishwasher works fine, so there's no reason to replace it. All of the other major appliances in the kitchen are stainless steel, but that's not a good enough reason to spend several $100s to buy a stainless steel dishwasher. However, it is a good enough reason to spend less than $50 and some elbow grease to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing and bring more cohesion into this space. What is liquid stainless steel? Crafted with micronized stainless steel, liquid stainless steel is a two-part paint system for refinishing dated, mismatched, or aging appliances. And on what surfaces can it be used? Well, liquid stainless steel will resist surface temperatures of up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and adhere well to gas and electric ranges, refrigerators, wall ovens, dishwasher, tabletops, trash cans, file cabinets, and a host of other items. Let's unpack the liquid stainless steel box to see what's inside. You get super easy and simple instructions for using liquid stainless steel. On one side of instructions were instructions for applying the product to a refrigerator, and the other side were instructions for applying it to a range or dishwasher. There are 3 steps for applying the product to achieve optimal results. Step 1 is to sand the surface lightly with fine grit sandpaper and then clean the surface. Step 2, apply the base coat with the foam brush provided. It will take about 3 to 5 coats to get the finish you want. Step 3, apply the top coat with the foam brush. Whether you are brushing on the base coat or the top coat, use a side-to-side stroke and allow time to dry in between applications. I applied about 5 coats. I give this product a 5-star rating. What do you think? Let me know in the comments whether you would consider using this product or not. Let's turn our attention to the newly installed luxury vinyl floor planks. Let me tell you, when I bought this house, the kitchen had linoleum flooring. I just recently updated the entire second floor with luxury vinyl floor planks. The color is Acacia Samba Brown, and I ordered and got the flooring installed by Empire today. It took only 1 day to install, between 9 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. I had to get my gas range disconnected and the banister in the hallway removed before installation, which the salesperson did not inform me about in advance, so I had to reschedule my initial appointment. The installers that came the second time were very friendly and efficient. The space on the second floor was broken up by linoleum flooring in the foyer, bathroom, and kitchen, and then the carpeting in the living room and dining room. Because I have a small galley kitchen, to expand the feel of its size, one consistent floor theme made sense and enabled me to connect all of the spaces on this floor. The flooring product and installation cost around $3,200, which is a good price. I also painted the walls white, and I used a satin paint finish. Your paint finishes are matte or flat, eggshell, satin, semi-gloss, and gloss. To me, white paint doesn't really pop unless it has a sheen so that it reflects the light in the room. Satin has a sheen, unlike flat and eggshell, which are products the previous homeowners used throughout this space. I plan to paint every room white, which might seem boring, but I see white as a blank canvas, and as an amateur artist, I love blank canvases. I see them as an invitation to create something special within the space without being limited by the color scheme on the walls. In the kitchen, the white walls are broken up by the texture of the German smeared walls, the mosaic tiles, the wood cabinets, stainless steel appliances, and the decor on the wall. Let's talk about this painting for a minute. Excluding drying time, it took me less than 1 hour to create this painting. This is truly my first abstract piece. It is also the first piece I've created using spray paint, glue, and decal mirrors. The glue provides elevation and texture, and it kind of took me back to my childhood of making fake fingernails with glue. Did y'all ever make fake fingernails with glue? Or is that just something my sisters and I did? Let me know in chat. Since this is a comfy kitchen, I use a glass table in this space so that it appears to take up less space and it provides ample seating for 4. These chairs were marketed as patio furniture. Thinking inside the box when it comes to your kitchen table set is to shop for a set instead of piecing together your own set and maybe bringing the outdoors indoors by using patio chairs. To fuel your creativity when shopping for furniture, look at new furniture sets, new furniture pieces, and used furniture sold at estate sales, yard sales, thrift stores, etc. This process will get your mind thinking more broadly. And be honest about the size of your space. My mom has this huge furniture in her small 1-bedroom apartment. She fell into some money and fell in love with these big pieces of furniture. And now it's apparent to her how these pieces are overwhelming her space and her ability to maneuver freely. She never reached out to anyone for a second opinion, which is something else I would advise you to do. You aren't asking the person if they like your decorating ideas or not. You're asking them if it works in your space or not. If my mom had asked me or her other two kids, we would have told her these pieces are way too big for your tiny apartment, and then helped her to shop for similar pieces on a smaller scale. Let's discuss the centerpiece for a moment and my next design tip, which is to try something old in a new way before you buy something new. Several months ago, I purchased 4 gold-colored charter plates from Goodwill and placed them in storage in my utility room until I decided how I wanted to use them. As I started to think about what I wanted for a centerpiece, I was like, hey, go grab the charger plate. Then I thought about 2 vases I had in the upstairs guest room and one that was sitting in my kitchen cabinet. And I thought, let's try something old in a new way to see if I like it. I set the vases on a plate, but I wanted a little more visual interest and a feel of something natural like greenery or stones or something. And I had some smooth stones and I just scattered them around the charter plate. Because you can fill these vases with anything, including food, which I have done, I started to like the idea of the vases on this table more and more. For now, I have them filled with fresh flowers and it feels really inviting. I'm wondering what old things in your house could be used in a new way. Do you have any ideas for reimagining or repurposing items in your home to create a new look? Let me know in chat if this episode has inspired you to do something new. Next week, we're going to continue walking through my comfy galley kitchen to see how I decorated the counter space and included a coffee bar. I'll also share with you my idea about updating the counters luxuriously on the cheap. I like to spend my coins wisely. It is now time for this week's power move. Your power move this week is to think about all the design tips I shared and to be inspired to transform your home into an authentic ecosystem. Which tip resonated the most with you? Maybe it was the tip about the versatility of white walls and how to use sheen to help your white walls to pop with vibrance. Or maybe it was a tip about how to think outside of the box when shopping for your furniture by eyeing new furniture sets as well as new furniture pieces and used furniture pieces. Or maybe it was the tip to raise your awareness about the flow of energy in your home. If the flow of energy is positive in your home and around your home, then your ecosystem will energize you, and that is the goal of creating authentic spaces. I know that I've given you tons to think about and ample inspiration to fuel your home's transformation. Take this breath and run, family, run. Until next week, be bold, be great, and be inspired. Talk to you soon. Thank you for joining me for another week of Danielle Inspires. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the alert button so that you are aware of new content as soon as it is released, and share this inspiration with those you love. See you next week.